Okay. My name is Tom Witt. I'm the vice chair, and I'm convening tonight's meeting of the Morgantown Utility Board, Tuesday, August 12th at 5:30. First item of business is the approval of the minutes of the July 8th, 2025 meeting and the July 17th, 2025 meeting. Any comments or corrections to those minutes?
I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 8th, 2025, and the emergency meeting of July 17th, 2025, as submitted. I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I will note for the record that our chair is calling in and is part of the quorum for this meeting. The next portion of the meeting is the public portion. There's anyone from the public would like to make a comment?
I would like to, if I could.
Yes, please state your name and your address for the record.
Sharon Doyle, Mayor, Town of Star City, 370 Broadway Avenue, Star City, West Virginia.
Thank you.
I'll just keep it short. I know that we're on the agenda tonight for approval of our agreements for the water, sewer, and utilities. And working with Mr. Ray and Attorney Stranko, I think we've come to an agreement. I know that the original agreement that we worked on had us with the same tariffs, but we understand now that Star City will have their own tariff, which it's a start. We want to move forward. We want to, get everything under the same window, and this is for the best for our citizens. So I'm hoping that this approval will go through this evening and get Star City on the right path.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the public? Did we receive any comments from the public?
No, we did not.
Okay. Then we'll close the public portion of the meeting and we'll turn to new business. First item of new business is accepting a bid for 3 regular cab 4x4 chassis truck with stainless steel dump bodies. You want to comment about that?
Yes, as part of our fleet replacement program, we have bid out 3 dump trucks for this year. Again, Whiteside Chevrolet was the low bidder in the amount of $286,833. It's our recommendation to the board that they accept that bid.
Any questions from the board? Do I hear a motion to accept that bid?
I move to accept the bid from Whiteside Chevrolet GMC in the amount of $286,833 for 3 regular cab 4x4 chassis cab trucks with stainless steel dump bodies.
Do you hear a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Any comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed? No opposed. Motion passes. Next item of new business is accepting a bid for 1 hydraulic excavator.
Yes, again, as part of our replacement program, we are replacing one of our excavators this year. We put out the bid, and we had three responses. One was for a Sany excavator, one for Kubota, and one for Caterpillar. Our staff field tested each of the machines. The specifications were matched to what we had bid out. The Kubota was our best match, and actually it's the Kubota KX-080-5, which is the second lowest bidder at $116,058 from State Equipment. It's our recommendation to the board that we do accept State Equipment's bid.
Any questions about the bid?
Yeah, I noticed you said second lowest bidder. What is it about the Kubota versus Sany that makes it really the right tool for our team.
Well, again, we two processes we went through. Number one is we looked at our specifications. We compared the specs of each of the pieces of equipment to what we had bid. Kubota by far met or exceeded. They were the closest to meeting the specifications. Not one machine met every one of them. Secondly, our staff, they tested each of the machines, which we would normally do before we buy. And after testing the machines, it was the consensus is that Kubota is the best value.
Any other questions? Do I hear a motion? Do I hear a motion?
Move to accept the bid from State Equipment Incorporated, the amount of $116,058 for the Kubota KX 0805XS excavator.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I asked that second.
Okay, it's been moved and accepted to accept the bid. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 4-0 in favor. Okay, next item is acceptance of financing proposal from Clear Mountain Bank.
So the trucks and the excavator have to be paid for.
Whoa.
This is the hard part all the time. So Chip reached out to some of our banking partners, Truist United and Clear Mountain Bank. And Clear Mountain Bank offered us the best terms for financing of the trucks and the excavator. We're proposing to finance $400,000 at 4.82% for 36 months. And we appreciate them coming to the table with the lowest interest rate.
Any questions about that?
You could just bring me along with you guys next time so I get 4.8 too. I move to accept the financing proposal from Clear Mountain Bank for $400,000 at 4.82% for 36 months. Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Under old business, Star City.
Okay. MUB staff has completed their due diligence regarding Star City's water, sanitary sewer, and stormwater utilities. An asset purchase agreement for the water and sanitary sewer systems has been negotiated between the parties. In addition, we've also proposed a operation and maintenance agreement for the stormwater system. Staff recommends the execution of both agreements. And Jeff Ray can answer any questions about the agreement.
Board members have any questions about the agreement? Barbara, any questions? Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move to enter an asset purchase agreement from MUB to acquire ownership of the water and sanitary sewer systems of the town of Star City, subject to the approval of the Public Service Commission of West Virginia, and authorize the general manager to execute and submit the same to the PSC for approval, with a copy thereof to be included in the minutes of this meeting. And at the appropriate time, to seek approval of Morgantown City Council to revise MUB's water and sewer tariffs to include the town of Star City.
I will second that.
It's been moved and second. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next item.
Well,
The operation and maintenance agreement.
we've got one more.
One more.
So I move to enter into an operation and maintenance
yes.
agreement
Yes.
for MUB to operate and maintain the stormwater facilities for the town of Star City, and to authorize the general manager to execute the same, with a copy thereof to be included in the minutes of this meeting. I second.
It's been moved and second to enter into the operation and maintenance agreement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. I'm in favor.
Yeah.
No opposition. 4-0 passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Madam Chair, wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you so much. Yep.
Mike?
Next item of business is the Cheat Lake wastewater treatment plant and collection system upgrade project.
Okay, so I don't know if you've had an opportunity to be out in the Cheat Lake area,
Yes.
but it is, wow, transformation is, that doesn't quite describe it. Mealy and Sons continue to excavate along Sunset Beach Road for final clarifier number 3 installation, as well as installing the H-pile retaining wall. The new Kelly Run stream has been excavated, and a permit mod from West Virginia DEP is being requested to allow for piped Kelly Run to be turned into the newly constructed stream. Piping and manholes are being installed throughout the site, and rebar is being placed for the new headworks building.
Any questions about that project?
Site looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I would say I'm glad they've actually had some dry weeks,
Yes.
but we could have used some rain.
Yes.
It's all a matter of perspective, isn't
Yeah,
it?
or it would have been nice to have spread out what we got for the previous 3 months.
Yeah.
It's, and then when you look at the rainfall reports that we receive, I think in June it was almost 11 inches, Rich, and most of that 11 inches came in just a few days of the month.
I don't think there's been any in August.
No, it's been dry every day in August so far. So, but you know, when you're in the water selling business,
Yeah, Mub has been wasn't getting much out of me or my plants until very recently.
yeah. So the students are coming back, so that's always a good sign.
West Ridge, Chaplain Hill Water and Sewer Projects. Big update here.
Yes, big update. If you saw today's Dominion Post, our contractor Snyder and Sons, they were front page, dropping their drilling machine into the gigantic hole that was part of our special emergency meeting back in July. So I think they're going to start drilling by Thursday, Rich, is the plan. And so, you know, that's exciting to get that started. And also, MUPS crews, we are working a night shift right now. They started Sunday evening. They're working this week. They'll be working next week, I believe. And we're tying into an existing water line and laying a line that Snyder and Sons will be connected into. So a lot of great progress out there. I realize that, you know, the students are coming back, but this work is being done at night, and I think that's going to be minimal disruption to traffic flow. I mean, you know, it's not going to be very long. Do you have anything you want to add, Rich?
No.
Is the Chaplain Hill is the water system upgrade. Generator testing has been completed at the booster station. Crews are working on getting electrical parts some parts replaced so we can perform the startup at the booster. We do not have a specific time yet, but I think our hope is within the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
The storage tank, they're still waiting. They were waiting on material. I think it just arrived, and so I think that it'll be the same. The tank filled probably start in about 3 weeks.
They're hoping to have it filled in about 3 weeks.
The sanitary sewer, the contractor's still working at the Chaplain lift station. All underground piping work at the site's been completed. New pumps have been installed. The subcontractor's been working on the new panel board for the lift station. Mon Power is scheduled to be on site. Have they made it yet, Rich? Do you know?
Mon Power has been inside.
Okay, so they at the time the Rita Head was put together, they hadn't made it yet, but now they've been there. So those upgrades have been completed, and so I think we're getting close to the startup on those pumps as well then. And then Anderson is planning to start paving, so they may have already started on the shoulder they needed to repair. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Upper Pompano Run Stream Restoration and Sewer Line Replacement Project.
So the sewer replacement and stream restoration are complete from Willowdale Road to Hoffman Avenue. Aside from the plannings and a few punch list items to be completed, crew number 1 that started at Willowdale has completed their crossing on Hoffman and is continuing upstream to install sewer to the point where crew number 2 began their installation and went towards Stewart Street. Crew 2 is currently completing the upper end of the sanitary sewer along Stewart Street, and I think that has been completed now. Then they'll move back down and help crew number 1 complete the remaining 400 feet or so of sewer main. Appalachian Stream Restoration, they're a subcontractor. They've moved up to Stewart Street at the end, and they're working downstream towards Hoffman to complete the upper half of the stream restoration. I don't know if you've had a chance to go into that area or not, but the grass has been growing. It looks wonderful out there. We did run into a bit of a problem. The storm box on the Shorty Anderson side of Stewart Street, we were going to tie the new 48-inch line into it, and there is a 6-inch steel gas line, and the elevation of that gas line is not going to permit us to put the new line in. And there's not really enough time to get with the gas company like for a quick move or anything like that. So we would propose to address that in a future project. But it does not adversely affect this project. We are meeting our goals here: the stream restoration, sewer line replacement, and stormwater line replacement. So we're up to Stewart Street. So the overall project is becoming a great success. It's just this last little leg of it to get under Stewart. So there will be no road closing.
That's good.
Is there a workaround, or what's happening with that in the way to get us to where we need to be?
Well, it's really going to be more beneficial to us if we do get that bigger section done through the Anderson property and then upstream. And since that we were unable to work out that issue and do that portion of the project, it doesn't really adversely affect this project by not having the line under it. Now, you please expand, Rich, if you'd like.
No, I think you said it right. A workaround could have been, lowering that inlet on the Shorty Anderson side of Stewart. That way we could drop our pipe down and be able to make the fit. But there's just, without having a right of way to work on that property, you can't replace that inlet. And so we were just punching in the side of it within DOH right of way, and that the gas line's in the way, so we're not even.
Okay, so it's where that it's up. It's north. Whatever. The gravity's taking it away from there, not the gravity taking it to there.
Correct.
So the fact that it's there just means we start a little further down instead of that. Great.
The stream restoration is up to Stewart.
Okay.
And it is incredible. I mean, we will have a video for the board to see of the work that was done. I mean, it's been widened. It's going to slow that water down as it comes down to the lower Pocono. It's going to do an incredible job, and I think we're going to see a big test of it. We've already seen a big test of it from the Father's Day heavy rains. Everything stood up perfectly. I don't know of any issues that occurred there, Rich, from those big rains.
Yeah, downstream of where we had made progress too. Yeah, it all held up real good.
Okay.
So the Valley View Stormwater Improvement Project, Anderson Excavating has installed the storm sewer through CZS property. They're starting on to the neighboring property of Oak Court. The lower parking lot of CZS has been restored 100%. It's completed. The milestone of connecting the existing system into the new system at the downstream corner of Acorn Village has been completed, I believe.
Yes.
And so that was a choke point in that stormwater system, and now it's all connected. And so if we do get some heavy rain tomorrow, it should flow wonderful through there. The existing utility relocation has slowed the project down, but Anderson's been working diligently to find those utilities, plan accordingly, get things moved. We knew we were going to run into that problem, when you're in a developed area like that, and Anderson has done a great job. I can't say enough about CZS. They've been great to work with us. They've been making sure vehicles are out of the way. They've been blocking off parking. They've allowed Anderson to work through the student move in and move out week, which is so the project wouldn't slow down. And so I know that was a headache for everybody, but it was very much appreciated by us. So we could keep that project moving forward. And it looks really good up there.
They're getting ready to pave the upper parking lot this week, too. So the lower parking lot that he talked about is done, and now they're getting ready to pave the upper parking lot of CZS, and we'll be completely off their property and then on to Acorn Village.
And there's stormwater drainage catch basins up there to catch the stormwater from the parking lot.
Yes.
Those were all included in that.
Yeah.
That work.
Yep.
Office expansion and renovation and new shop garage.
Yeah, so we were able to get a mock-up from our architect, Omni, that is included in your packets. Just kind of take a look at what he's proposed. We haven't had an opportunity to sit down with Joey. One thing that we did do a little bit differently, I did ask Dave Snyder, the principal on the project, to include enough space so we could park our big tractor in the garage as well. The one that we purchased earlier in the year to replace our other heavy hauler. And so we do have a couple of mock-ups there. I think we're going to meet with Joey later this week, and I think option 2 looks like that might be the better fit for us.
Mm-hmm.
Just that we would like to have an additional garage door in the left back part of that space, just to allow for some, to move things around.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't got with him yet to get a price estimate at this time, but we will be getting with him, and so we can come back to the board with the cost of the office renovation as well as the shop garage.
Okay. Whispering Oak Development Phase 1 Sanitary Sewer Project.
Anderson is mobilized to the site, and they started construction in mid-July. They've installed around 380 feet of 8-inch gravity sewer pipe, a couple manholes, and some 5 sanitary services. They are on site and continue to install gravity sanitary pipe. So it's moving right along.
Any questions? Okay, Morgan Run Waterline Extension Project.
So last Friday, August the 8th, that was the deadline for residents to submit user agreements committing to take water service. I don't believe that all of the homeowners agreed, and so we're going to be doing some redesign. There's going to be we're going to eliminate some of the line that we showed in the original proposal. And Rich, I believe there's someone that just bought a piece of property and has contacted us about building, and they're planning to start building a house.
Yeah, we received a commitment letter from them, as well as the park that's up there.
The G Lake Park?
Lake Park, yes.
Yeah.
And I think there were we had a reduction in 2 commitment letters that we went through last time to this time. So there will be a little bit of a reduction in the amount of line that has to be put in the ground because we don't have commitments. And so Corey Jones and Dave Bragg are working through a redesign to take off certain sections of water line where we didn't get commitment from the folks out there. So once that's done, we'll come up with a new cost estimate that we can represent back down to IJDC.
Now, the West Virginia Academy is planning their new school system somewhere out in that locality. I don't know
No,
exactly
that's
where it is.
it's in Falling Water.
It's in Falling Water?
Yeah.
So there's adequate.
I would imagine so. It's in the neighborhood. So.
Okay. All right.
I heard about it on the news, but we've not been contacted by
Yeah,
anybody
okay.
to do that evaluation yet.
I didn't know exactly where it was.
Yeah,
I thought I'd raise
it's
that
up
question.
there, and
Yeah.
once you're in the
Okay.
part of the neighborhood.
General manager's report.
Okay. The Deckers Creek sewer line repair, Anderson Excavating. I understand they have gotten the road built down to the creek now.
Mhm.
And so they've made some excellent progress. And we certainly appreciate that. The dry weather this week. And we certainly appreciate the cooperation from the city of Morgantown in using the property and allowing us to have Anderson stage there. Rich, you have anything you want to
Well,
add?
yeah. So I guess next step is, this is kind of it's an emergency project, and so we didn't go through the design process like we normally would. So it's kind of a design build. So now our geotechnical engineer Patesta is going to do some test pits down there to figure out where rock is, where good material is, how far down that is, and develop slope stability for us. And so that's really the next step, is to come up with the actual design that Anderson will ultimately put in. They're going to do they're going to have to do some work in order to divert water away from that area so that we can work in the dry and replace the pipe and start to work on that stability going up. But so all that's kind of happening now that we're down there. We have access.
Okay.
The Evansdale sewer lining project, Insight Pipe completed their cleaning and TV inspection of the system in July. They're reviewing that footage and creating a report format to use. So repairs that need to be done before the lining can begin, they'll present that to us so we can do additional work. Our MUB staff, they completed the installation of 18 new manholes throughout the neighborhood to facilitate access for the lining project. Insight Pipe is scheduled to meet with staff on the 14th of August to review the report and go over any issues that need addressed prior to installing the liners. So I think really good progress has been made there.
Okay.
The Lower Pocono Run stormwater project, we just completed on Friday interviewing the last of the 3 engineering firms that we've selected pursuant to West Virginia Code 5G. Again, this project will consist of the evaluation and design of stormwater pipe rehab or replacement and stream channel restoration along Pattison. So we will be coming back probably the next board meeting with a contract for the board to approve.
How far down Pattison Drive does that go?
It will likely start right up around Raleigh, where we did the repair work. I think it's safe to say right in that area, Rich. And it'll go all the way down to where it crosses underneath Pattison.
Okay.
That is the state's culvert right there, I believe. But we will be evaluating all of that.
Okay.
The water treatment and distribution planning and funding assistance project, Strand, they did not have the task orders for the various projects ready for inclusion with the board packets. So we have decided to move them to the September Board of Directors meeting. We felt that it's important to have the contracts available for the board to see with the presentation.
Okay.
And so I think that'll all be on the agenda.
Any other report, reports that you have?
No, gentlemen, if I missed anything, or
Okay, we'll turn to board members and see if there are any issues or discussion you want to bring up at this point on any topics.
And like you mentioned, we have the big Father's Day rain, which I still blame myself for jinxing us at the June meeting. But we also had another big rain event at the end of July. How did we see similar issues pop up around the city? I don't know, still working on
Yes.
the Pocono project. Not ready for prime time yet, but what did we see out of the
well,
events?
there are sections of the city that people did experience water in their homes, backups. Just the amount of rain was just an incredible drop of rain in just a short period of time. Yeah, we saw some of that localized flooding. It's funny how it funny not in a hilarious way. Funny. It's funny how it failed. And some sections of our service territory, it was just a light rain. Others, it just buckets of rain came down.
Yeah, I think above me, some of my neighbors have cisterns that their downspouts run into, and there's just not enough capacity for that. So I saw water runoff that I've never seen in my yard before, even on the Father's Day and the 2021 rain events in that one. So that was, but house is dry. That's good. Grass can be planted.
So yes, we saw areas that had struggles, but it's when you're getting these inches of rain in an hour, there's just nothing that's going to be done.
Sam, anything from you?
Good.
Barbara?
No, I'm fine. Trying to stay awake here.
Okay.
I think you're not boring at all, Tom. You're doing a great job.
Well, I'm trying to move us right along like a hot knife through butter.
We do appreciate it's 12:02 a.m. in Germany, Barbara.
Yes, I'm
But we-
feeling it.
But we won't put that in the minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to move into executive session?
I move to convene executive session of the Board of Directors under the provisions of the West Virginia Code, sections 6-9A-4, paragraphs 9 and 12, to discuss advanced construction planning as well as other confidential matters which are exempt from disclosure under the West Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and to further move to adjourn the meeting at the conclusion of the executive session.
Do I hear a second?
I second the meeting.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to move into executive session, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. We'll move into executive session and